Welcome to the 2025 AIME 1 Problem 9. So in Problem 9, we're given that the parabola with the equation y equals x squared minus 4 is rotated 60 degrees counterclockwise about the origin. So this is the diagram of the parabola y equals x squared minus 4, and it wasn't provided officially in the problem. So the unique points in the fourth quadrant where the original parabola and its image intersect has y coordinates, a minus the square root of b over c, and we want to find a plus b over c. Okay, so what we can do first is just go ahead and do a drawing over here. And if we rotate this parabola 60 degrees counterclockwise around the origin, that's in this direction, in which my cursor is moving, then the origin is also going to end up 60 degrees away from the original origin. And so with that, we can go ahead and draw what our parabola might look like, and we're going to get something of this sort. So this is obviously not to scale, but looking at it now, it's obvious that these 2 points intersect right here in the fourth quadrant. And so we want to find this y coordinate of this intersection point. Well, what's interesting is that if we are to go ahead and dissect this further, we can tell that since this length is 60 degrees, or since that angle measure is 60 degrees, and these 2 points, the vertexes of these two parabolas, are equidistant from the origin, then if we are to draw a line segment from the origin to this yellow dot, it's going to split this up into 30 degrees and 30 degrees each, since these two segments are equidistant from the origin. And so that's really interesting because now we can find the equation of the line that passes through the origin and the yellow point. So go ahead and draw that line. Okay. So, well, what's interesting is that since we already know this degree angle measure that it makes with the y-axis, we can actually go ahead and find the equation of this line. And so what we know is that if this is 30 degrees, and if we want to calculate rise over run, well, then just say this x coordinate, or we'll say the y coordinates, or sorry, say the yellow coordinate as point x, has the x coordinate of x. So that means that this length is x, and this is a 30, 60, 90 triangle, with this being the right angle. So this is going to be x root 3. So here your y value is going to be negative x root 3. And so the slope of this orange line is negative x root 3 over x, which is actually just negative root 3. So what we know is that the slope is going to be negative x. There's negative root 3, and then we can multiply that by x to get the equation of the line. And there's obviously no y-intercept since it passes through the origin. So now we know that the yellow point lies on this line over here, and it also lies on y equals x squared minus 4. So we can plug in this into y equals x squared minus 4, and we get that negative x root 3 is equal to x squared minus 4. Here we can rearrange things to both sides. X squared plus x root 3 minus 4 equals 0. And then here we can solve it like a quadratic equation. So negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared, which is 3, minus 4ac, which is again a total up to 19. And we have to do this over 2. Obviously, since it's in the fourth quadrant, x must be positive, so we have to ignore this negative solution. So we have this, and then we multiply this total by negative root 3 to get our y value. since it lies on this line, negative x root 3. So if we multiply this by negative root 3, we're going to get 3 minus root 57 over 2. And that is in the format a minus root b over c. We can add this up and we get 3 plus 57 plus 2 gives us a total of our answer being 62. And that is a really straightforward solution for 2025 AIME 1 problem 9. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please hit the subscribe button, and thank you.